Welcome to another episode of medicinalmoves.com. I just wanted to encapsulate a couple of critical key pieces of our training. I'm really excited about this episode, and I'm going to try to wrap things up pretty quickly. So let's jump right in. Intermittent fasting. What exactly is intermittent fasting, and why is this so powerful as far as training? Intermittent fasting is, in my case, a 16-8 window of eating and fasting, really taking advantage of our natural chemistry, our body's ability to heal, our body's chemicals, our body's design. What I mean when I say this is taking full advantage of ketones, a fuel the body uses in preference of glucose, stabilizing insulin. The chosen window for someone like myself is 16-8. I try not to eat after 8 p.m. and I begin eating around noon. Every hour that I can advantage myself after noon only gives my body more HGH, more ketones, more fat burning. And you'll see how it makes all the difference in training. 16-8 is incredibly effective when we combine some of the other concepts that we're going to glance over today. But intermittent fasting allows your body to get into a state where autophagy really benefits you. Healing and inflammation, or rather, healing of inflammation comes from intermittent fasting because of the lack of glucose spikes, the lack of insulin spikes. Your body will burn fat. Your body will use ketones, which go straight to your brain, giving you better focus, more energy, and in many cases, way more productive workouts, which is something that's been missing from my training regimen for a little bit of time here. I'm only a week into this transition, and I have to admit that there's a surge of power. There's a surge of energy, and I think that I'm mostly satiated. Right now, it's 9 o'clock at night, and my body is burning hot. It's been a long time since I've been able to have the thermogenic effect at its height like this. The reason why I'm so warm right now is because I've been eating a lot of protein, I've been exercising, and I just got out of the shower. But the ketones make your body hot. And the way that I'm able to provide myself with ketones is ingesting MCT oil. That's what I'm going to get into here pretty shortly. I have a preferred fuel source that I'm going to be promoting for at least the next couple of months. And the proof is going to be in the body. Hopefully we can see that transition. I'm using Brain Octane, which is a caprylic coconut oil based MCT, medium chain triglyceride. I'll have plenty of updates on social media for anyone that's interested to really be able to look into this. But I use the Bulletproof brand, and I truly feel that it gives me fat burning fuel, sustained energy, and it keeps me satiated so I really don't have cravings for food during the day. If we're really to look at this particular MCT oil that I'm promoting to you, 1 tablespoon has 130 calories, 14 grams of fat. Every tablespoon, there's 32 in a serving or 32 in a bottle. So this bottle should last me 1 month. I'm planning on this bottle lasting me until mid-May, using the second bottle until mid-June. And at that time, I plan to be on vacation and I'm going to have the closest thing to a summer body that I can muster right now. I've been sick for some time, and God is so good because I am finally starting to heal. I'm finally starting to get a little bit stronger. I'm finally starting to train the way that I want to train, but it's taken some time. Like I wanted to record right now because I am thermogenic. I'm really hot. I've been eating nothing but straight steak, broccoli, protein shakes, MCT oil, as much protein and as few carbs as possible. And I felt the difference. I've also been incorporating movement first thing in the morning. This is going to be somewhat of a tangent, but please stay with me. We are designed biologically to move during daylight. We are designed biologically to consume food when the sun is out. I've taken this to possibly an extreme or the next level in the last week because I've been detoxing and I can feel everything reactivate. I can feel my gut start to work again. I can feel my strength try to creep back out. I can feel sleep really being deep. I can actually feel the rest and restorative benefits of rest by making this transition. And I'm only 1 week in. Before we brag about it too much, I know that it has its limitations. After about 8 weeks, the hardcore keto will make you sick. They call it the keto flu. I want to dodge all of these symptoms or side effects, and we'll see how lucky I am. But 1 week into adopting intermittent fasting, preferring protein, utilizing coconut oil, MCT oil, and the like, I feel better. Everything that goes up must come down, and I'm not anticipating a crash, but I'm very mindful of the limitations of what I'm doing to my body. With that being said, I'm just going to think out loud here, but I hope that you stay with me. I should have a transitional period in June. I'll probably have a balanced diet for a couple of weeks until the 4th of July, and that'll be my last hurrah as far as eating freely. I'll go for another 8 weeks with the hardcore keto. That should take us into early September. I'll have possibly another balanced diet for a couple weeks, right? And then we'll go hardcore keto for all of November, the end of October, up to Christmas. So really the longest stretch is yet to come. So my training is to prepare myself for this long stretch of hardcore keto that begins at the end of September. So the month of October and November and December, yikes, that's going to be 10, 12 weeks of hardcore keto. That's what I'm training for. If I can do 8 weeks now, 10 weeks to end it in September, have a little fall break, and then fully commit through Christmas, I can guarantee a body transformation. If you follow Medicinal Moves on the platform X, this is slightly laid out. There's breadcrumbs laid there, but this is the blueprint. This is how it's done. If we add that up, that's 26 weeks roughly of training, or 6 months. The 6 months of hardcore keto are what build muscle and transform lives. What we do for the first 3 months of the year should essentially be a balanced diet approach. It should simply be stretching and preparing the body for the transformation. And we should do it every year. We should do it every year in the hopes that we train our body to prepare to maximize its efficiency. Because when we maximize our efficiency, it's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good. It's about having your liver run at its most optimal point. It's about having your organs at their most efficient. With all of this being said, I want to end this episode and talk about detox. I've been doing Dr. Tobias's colon cleanse for the last 7 days. I think that if you've seen the video from day 2, 3, you'll see how painful it was for me those first couple of days. After day 4, it definitely settled down with the stomach cramps. I haven't had a stomach cramp in a few days, but it's not as intense as it was. However, I am still detoxifying, and I'm able to eliminate a significant amount of waste from my body. Again, I'm going to do this again before the end of the year, and I'm trying to find the optimal time. I'm thinking it's going to be at the end of the summer. I'm thinking it's going to be around September, possibly October, to really eliminate waste, to help my liver, to help all of my organs beat glycation. There's something called AGE. If you're really interested in that, I would Google the term AGE about glycated endpoints. Arterial glycated endpoints is a medical term that essentially encapsulates what we do to our bodies when we consume too many carbohydrates, too much sugar. We have nothing but the ebb and flow of insulin spike. I've discovered that this is the hack. This is the secret. Avoiding arterial glycation reverses aging and optimizes performance. This is my first leg of the year. This is my first bout of keto with intermittent fasting and consistent training. And I really hope that I can maintain this throughout the rest of 2024, because I know that if I'm able to remain committed to my health, the outcome is going to be optimal. I know that my health is going to improve. I know that my physique will absolutely perform in any situation that I provided. And mentally, I think that everyone wants to feel good. And I can tell the difference when things are clicking on all cylinders. And I think that there's a direct link with brain health, but luckily I'm not a doctor and I don't have to prove that. I wanted to talk about all of these things today, and I hope that next week we have an even richer discussion, an even better conversation. I hope you visit medicinalmoves.com. I hope that you check us out on all of our social media outlets. You check the progress. You see how this transformation goes. And until the next episode, keep moving, because medicine can be found in our movement.